Hi everyone, my name is Helen Nan, a certified finance planner and author of a finance book. Today, I want to talk about something very important. Retirement should be one of the best stages of your life. You've worked 30 or 40 years, you've saved and you've sacrificed. But I've seen so many retirees make three big mistakes. And these mistakes can cost them not just thousands, but hundreds of thousands, even over $1 million over time. Let's go through them one by one. The first mistake, withdrawing your superannuation and leaving it in the bank. Many people retire and think, I don't like risk anymore. I will just take my super out and put it in the bank. It's safe. It feels safe, but is it really? Let me explain what actually happened. When you move money from your superannuation to your personal bank account, you lose tax advantage. You lose the pension tax-free environment. Your money stops working efficiently. Inflation slowly eats it away. Inside the superannuation, once you move to account-based pension, investment earnings are generally tax-free when you retire after age 60. Outside the superannuation, interest income can be taxable at your marginal tax rates. Now, let me share a real case study. Peter and Mary retired at 65 with 1.2 million in super. They were nervous about markets, so they withdrew $800,000 and left it in the bank, earning 3%. They kept only $400,000 in pension mode, invested conservatively. What happened? Their bank interest was taxable. After tax and inflation, their real return was close to zero. Their $800,000 did not grow meaningfully for 15 years. If that $800,000 had remained in pension phase, invested moderately at 6%, tax-free, over 15 years, that difference could easily exceed $700,000 to $1 million. Safety felt good, but it cost them long-term security. Retirement can last 25 to 35 years. Your money must last as long as you do. Second mistake is no downside protection, not understanding sequencing risk. This is the most dangerous risk retirees don't understand. It's called sequencing risk. Sequencing risk means the order of returns matters. If market fall in the first few years of retirement while you are withdrawing income, your portfolio can be permanently damaged, even if market recover later. Let me give an example. John and David both retired at 67 with $1 million. Both withdraw $60,000 per year. Both averaged 6 annual return over 20 years. But John retired just before a major market downturn like the GFC. His portfolio dropped 25% in the first year. He continued withdrawing income. Because he was selling investments when markets were down, his portfolio never fully recovered. He ran out of money in year 18. David retired 5 years later when markets were rising. Same average return, same withdrawal. His portfolio lasted beyond 30 years. The difference? Timing. That is sequencing risk. So, how do we manage this? One very powerful method is bucket strategy. What is the bucket strategy? You divide retirement money into 3 buckets. Bucket 1, cash, 1 to 3 years of income, used for immediate expenses. Bucket 2, defensive assets, 3 to 7 years income, bonds, conservative investments. Bucket 3, growth assets, long-term money, including shares and growth investments. When markets fall, you don't sell growth assets. You draw income from bucket 1. You give growth assets time to recover. This simple structure can protect hundreds of thousands of dollars during downturns. Without the downside protection, retirement portfolios are extremely fragile. The third mistake is not seeking professional advice. This one surprises many people. Some retirees think, I've accumulated the money. I can manage it myself. But retirement is more complex than accumulation. You must manage superannuation rules, pension rules, tax, Centrelink, estate planning, withdrawal rates, market risk, longevity risk. Small mistakes compound over time. Linda retired with $900,000 in super. She would draw 8% per year because that's what she needed. She kept the investments 100% in balanced fund with no cash buffer. When markets corrected, she panicked and switched everything to cash. She locked in losses. 5 years later, she regretted, but the damage was done. With proper retirement planning, she could have adjusted her withdrawal rates, structured buckets, optimized tax, improved Centrelink entitlements, potentially added hundreds of thousands of retirements. Advice is not about beating the markets. It's about avoiding expensive mistakes. One bad decision in retirement can cost more than decades of advice fees. Retirement is not about being aggressive. It's not about chasing higher returns. It's about structure, tax efficiency, risk management, longevity planning, behavior control. Most retirees don't fail because of markets. They fail because of poor structure and emotional decisions. If you're approaching retirement or already retired, ask yourself, is my money still working efficiently inside the super? Do I have a downside protection against the sequencing risk? Do I have a clear withdrawal strategy? Have I stress tested my retirement plan for 30 years? Because retirement is not 5 or 10 years, it could be 30 years. And the difference between structured plan and no plan could easily be $1 million. If this topic resonates with you, let's have a conversation. Retirement is too important to leave to chance. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in our next video.